happy that you guys are here. 2024 trying to fight me.
I love that.
Which is another reason why I need to do this one.
I'm still trying to get used to it.
You're right. She fucking lost. Hey, being an artist manager was something I never wanted to be, and I just fell into it, and I'm glad I did because it got me through the pandemic. I'm a tour manager. That's what I've been doing for the last 8 years. Ultimately, I learned this year, like, I knew I never wanted to be an artist manager, and it's time for me to get out of that lane because it's not what I ultimately want to do. I have passion for tour management. So that's what I'm going to be doing again in 2025. My company is Get River Productions, which is, you know, what I've been doing all of my tour management through, and I'm excited to dive back into that head first next year and, like, you know, hopefully conquer the issues that I dealt with in the past, which was, you know, not being able to be in, like, romantic relationships because I'm constantly traveling and, like, even dealing with insurance and, like, all of these things. So trying to figure out the work-life balance and all of that and how that's going to work. So there's a lot of reflection that I've been doing recently as the year has come to a close, and I have no regrets. Hashtag no regrets. I had it this year too, first time.
I was like, you're stupid.
Coke that my baby cousin did in my nan's kitchen. So it was funny as fuck. But yeah, I'm like, I really believe in living with no regrets and just, like, you know, having fun in life. And I always have fun when I have great people around me. Period. So yeah, thank you guys for coming. Let's get into it. Okay, this is terrible. I'm the worst. Not TikTok. I love that game too. That shit is funny. Okay?
When you said your
all right, I was like, are you guys ready?
Yeah.
Ready. All right, the first one. Team Spotify. If you are team... Okay, next one, guys. Has their work-life balance on lock.
No.
Crickets.
Crickets for real.
Crickets. Patrice, I'm crying.
Oh no, I'm none.
Not
none. I'm self-employed right now.
I'm working. You're like, what job?
Right? Zero.
Lord have mercy. Alright, next one. Wants to find a new job in 2025.
Okay, yeah.
There we go.
No, yeah. I was saying my old roommate Alyssa's been in it for a long time. Like, you need to talk to her.
Connect me with Alyssa.
Yeah.
Shout it out. Shout out the what you have. Oh, you got bingo? Okay, what am I? Alright, my girls, get in, huddle in. Hey, Patrice, you looking like money. Yes.
I know,
You looking like money, girl. Oh my god, yes, this is so fucking cute. Okay, I got Maddie in my first.
We also need to put my vlog. Hey guys, this is Kaylin. She's the one who told me about this amazing event. I'm so happy to see you. Me too. And I'm gonna try and come to Salt Eater.
Oh, period.
Yeah.
Period.
Okay.
That's entertaining. Yeah, they do trip. Yeah, and then Valeska, she works.
That event was amazing. I don't know if y'all could feel like the energy that was coming from the clips I got while I was there, but that was the best kind of networking event. The best kind of networking event doesn't feel like networking. It feels like you're making genuine, authentic connections with people who want to know you. Yes, on a professional level, but also just on like a personal, like real talk kind of level. It wasn't giving, oh, what do you do? What can you do for me? In an exploitative sort of one-sided way. It was very much, you know, share what you're going through. I'll share what I'm going through, and naturally synergy and possible alignment will just emerge. I met so many women who are just at different stages of their careers. I believe the age range was early 20s to late 30s, with most of the attendees being in their 20s, which I don't mind as like a late 30 something. I'm 37, y'all. So I think I've learned so much from women who are younger than me, and I continue to learn from women who are younger than me. There are some women who don't even know, like, they're younger than me and they're my role models and they don't even know. I just like watch what they do and am so inspired and motivated. And I learn from them as much as I do women who are my age, as well as women who are older than me. Shout out to Felicia for really creating the kind of community that she wanted to be a part of. That's how LA Entertainment Gals came to be. Also, shout out to Felicia because she's also Jamaican on both sides like me. I found out about this event because Kaylin posted a flyer for this meetup. And, you know, I'd never been to any event that Felicia had thrown. I didn't know Felicia. Again, I only knew Kaylin. And I, you know, as someone who has worked in news media as a journalist for over 10 years, I've never been married to like one industry. I am someone whose interests and passions and skill sets kind of bleed into multiple industries and spaces. And so I'm not one to shut myself off from going to a networking event just because, I guess, on paper, I don't specifically work in music or entertainment, although media does overlap with entertainment, so I would argue that. I figured, I don't know what I'm sort of pivoting into. I do know that I'll still be involved with media. I just know that I no longer want my sole source of income and my sole profession to be a writer or a journalist or a reporter. I contain multitudes. And so I know that I've always been passionate about entertainment. I've always been passionate about music. That's how I got my start in journalism, by covering those industries and writing about them. And so I figured, let me go to this event and see what I don't know, see what opportunities are out there. You know, I met someone who was a music supervisor for Peloton. That is dope. I didn't even, like, of course that's a job, but you wouldn't think that. And she's a former dancer like me who realized, you know, she pivoted from dance into music. And I got into journalism through my love of music. And I still love music to this day. As y'all could see in that first vlog I did, I was at the concert wilding out. Like, I love a live show. Meanwhile, Felicia, she works in tour management. And she was talking about how she went to this recent like touring conference, just all about like the music touring industry, and how the conference was full of white men and she was the only black woman there, and how she just wants to see more black women in that field and in that industry. But, you know, sometimes you don't know what you don't know. She got her position, or she fell into this career through a chance opportunity that might not have happened. And if it hadn't happened, there's a chance she would not have known that tour management is a thing. And so I say all that to say, I'm so grateful to Kaylin for posting about the event. I'm so grateful to Felicia for, you know, for creating this group and for throwing these events. She put so much time and energy into it. I love that. She's really not trying to, she is cultivating an environment and a community in these fields that can sometimes be so isolating, or can feel isolating, especially if you're a black or brown girl in them. Let this be your sign to go to that event. Some of them are gonna be not great, right? Some of them are gonna feel like icky, like, this is sceney, people are just trying to get something. But it could also be the start of some amazing connections. It could be the kind of event where you start to meet more people who you feel are a part of your tribe. Yeah, and I'm very grateful to have gone. There's so many times I'm like, you know, it's one thing to say, I'm a go. I'll say, I held myself accountable by saying, Kaylin, ooh, I think I'm gonna go to this event. So in my mind, like, if I hadn't had said that to her, I could technically not show up and no one would know, because I didn't even like RSVP, right? So no one would know that I was supposed to go and I didn't go. But I was like, all right, I told Kaylin, you know, the event is not crazy far, so let me just pop through. Let me put some makeup on. Let me put clothes on. Let me get out of the house. You know, I was like, I've been in the house quite a bit throughout the week. And that is something with LA compared to New York. Yes, New York, you could be in the house, but it's a much more walkable city. But like LA, you could really be in the house all the time. And that starts to mess with my mental health and my physical health. And so I popped out, had an amazing time. Now I am headed back home. Good afternoon. I'm headed to Trader Joe's. I really need some groceries. It's also that time of the month, so I'm not feeling that well, but I didn't feel like getting online groceries, and I really couldn't wait anymore. The fridge is empty. It's past empty. Oh, there's the Trader Joe's. I'm at the USC Trader Joe's. This campus is so funny. I don't really spend any time here. I don't know anyone, so I have no reason to, but it's crazy. They have like a mall in their university. All right, I don't think I can film in Trader Joe's, so I'll see you guys when I'm doing the haul. Got a few different things for the week, for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Of course, I forgot my shopping list here, but I picked up some things that I usually get and a few new things. So I'm gonna do a little haul right now. Got the Power to the Greens. It has baby kale, baby chard, and baby spinach. I got a bunch of little individually wrapped nuts. There's also cranberries in there. I think these nuts are high in omega-3s, which are good for just in general. They're good in general, but they're also really good if you are having menstruation cramps, which I am. I've had these before. These are ginger chews. Ginger is supposed to be also great for counteracting period cramps. These wild tuna packets. I've gotten this before when I've just made some tuna salad. I really like these. And I always get wild as opposed to farm raised seafood if it's an option. If it's not an option, I try not to get farm raised and just go for a different kind of protein. Some wild canned sardines and some fresh ginger to make some ginger tea. I've never gotten this before. It's their canned turkey chili with beans. I figured it would be like a super quick lunch or dinner. Some wild Alaskan pink salmon. Again, just stocking up on high protein canned seafood. Wild. Some women's probiotics, which I like to take. I got a red onion and these purple sweet potatoes, a lemon. Okay, these are really good. I'm not even like a huge banana person, but one day I saw these Gone bananas. They're banana slices covered in dark chocolate. Hey, there we go. And they're so good. Like frozen banana, it just tastes very creamy, kind of like a lightly banana flavored vanilla soft serve. And then the dark chocolate is also good for cramps. And the dark chocolate doesn't even taste that bitter, to be honest. Yummy frozen treat, because I
I've been craving ice cream and whatnot, but I didn't really want to buy any ice cream and just, yeah, I figured that was a good alternative. This is one of my favorite things. Okay, this is the Trader Joe's Greek yogurt honey. It honestly, like, this could also be dessert. This is breakfast, this is like a snack, and it's dessert. It's high in protein, relatively high, like 3/4 of a cup is 6 grams. I love this with some nuts, some berries, some cinnamon. This is wild salmon, deboned, skinless. Frozen Argentinian red shrimp, which is raw, wild caught, peeled, and deveined. So that takes a lot of work out of everything. I love seafood. I would be a pescatarian. Like, if I was forced to be one, I would happily be one. However, I do love my chicken, my oxtail, my goat. What else? Yeah, those are the top meats that I would be very sad, that I would miss a lot. But I would miss seafood much, 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 much more if I had to choose between seafood and meat. It's not even an option. And then the last thing, yep, that I got are these salmon burgers, which I've gotten in the past. I like them because you don't have to eat these as burgers like with a bun. You can put them on a salad. You can have them in like a rice bowl. I've had it with pita bread before, and like veggies and tzatziki and hummus and all that, and it was also very delicious. But yeah, that is everything. I think I'm going to make the chicken now and roast the veggies. And also maybe make the salmon. I don't know if I feel like it, but maybe. I might just leave it in the fridge to defrost and do that tomorrow. Do the salmon tomorrow.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
So I finally finished dinner right here. Cooking with Patty, cooking with Patty, cooking. Does anybody know what I'm referring to? Let's check out what I'm having for dinner right now. It's sweet potato, some of the carrots, brown rice, greens under it, including like spinach and whatnot from that Power Greens bag I showed you, and just some pan-fried chicken breast. I'm actually a bit hungrier than this, but I'm worried about being able to keep all my food down. Like I said in a previous vlog, the more color in your plate, the more natural color in your plate, the better. That indicates a whole foods, well-balanced meal. So yeah, bon appetit to me.
If your ex-husband was here right now, what would you say?
Why didn't you drown in a puddle of diarrhea yet?
It always is gonna call you back.
I'm outside at night.
I need some advice from you. I'm coming to you all from Kenneth Hanh Recreation Center. It is a gorgeous state park here in Los Angeles, and I've actually been here before. I've taken a few
yoga classes with Walk Good LA out here, and that's always a good time. However, I've never just come and gone on a solo hike, and I had no idea there was like this huge pond here. Apparently there's like a Japanese garden. Yeah, and I've been wanting to go out on a solo hike for a minute now. I've done it at a few other parks here in LA, but I've never done it at Kenneth Hanh Recreation Center, so I decided, let me come check this place out, and I'm so glad I did. It was also the perfect day to do it. It's super sunny, it's warm, like it's not too hot. Oh my gosh, someone is fishing. This is one of the major perks of living in Los Angeles, just having access to all of these beautiful outdoor spaces. And although it's not as hot and warm as often as I would like, I will say the sun is usually out, and feeling the sun on my skin is really important for my emotional and mental well-being. It's not even crowded at all here. There's a few children, some adults watching them, people fishing. It's very calm. And that's, ooh, minus the geese fighting, I guess. But yeah, it's very calm and serene, and I love that in LA you don't have to drive far for an environment like this. I just need to get out the house. It's so easy for me to stay cooped up there in front of my laptop, either writing, working, or just more often than not ruminating, browsing, scrolling, not being active, just sitting. I'm so glad I came out. I have always been a bona fide city girl. At the same time, growing up, I did develop a very strong connection to being in nature. I've noticed that my spirit feels lighter, and so when I spotted this babbling brook in the park and heard that bubbling rush and flow of the water, honestly, it really resonated with me, because for over a year I've felt very stuck. I felt very stagnant. Recently I've just decided to do exactly that, to go with the flow. Like Bruce Lee famously said, be like water making its way through cracks. Do not be assertive, but adjust to the object, and you shall find a way around or through it. If nothing within you stays rigid, outward things will disclose themselves. Empty your mind. Be formless, shapeless like water. If you put water into a cup, it becomes the cup. You put water into a bottle, it becomes the bottle. You put it in a teapot, it becomes the teapot. Now water can flow or it can crash. Be water, my friend. I'm so glad I decided to do this, to get out of the house, to touch grass, literally,
I've just had the best time. I think I've been here maybe, I don't even know how long I've been here. It feels as if time has stopped. It is 4 p.m. I want to say I got here around 1 something maybe. First of all, this was free. When I was driving in, it said there was an entrance fee. I don't know if that's only on the weekends or on certain days, but no one was at the booth and I was able to drive right in. I've felt safe while here, which is saying a lot for being in like an open public space as a woman, especially a woman who is wearing this outfit. It's gorgeous here. It's freaking beautiful. All the different trees, the way the sun is hitting everything and casting these gorgeous shadows, putting a beautiful golden light on some of the yellow trees, the green willow looking trees. I love a droopy tree. They're so romantic to me. I've always loved like willow trees, and there's a few trees like that out here. And I've barely scratched the surface of this park, which I'm excited about because that means there's so much more for me to explore. Also, there are a ton of picnic tables here. As long as I, am able to connect my laptop to a hotspot, I can work out here in the open and do like a little, do a walk every 5 minutes. I've heard you're not supposed to be sitting for like longer than 30 minutes without getting just some normal walking in between for at least 5 minutes. And that would be really easy here, just work on the laptop, stand up, set a timer for every 30 minutes, stand up, just do a lap around the pond maybe, a quick lap, and boom. You are no longer stagnant. We're no longer just sitting and wasting away. As someone who has just been active my whole life since childhood, just having been a gymnast, a figure skater, a trained dancer, all of that, having lived in New York for so long and just always walking, and my body feels off when I haven't gotten activity in. When I haven't moved my joints, I can feel my joints like stiffening up, especially like this hip area just from days of sitting. But it's on me to get out of the house and do those things. It's out of me. It's on me to get out of the house. It's on me to make a plan and decision and say, I'm going to do XYZ, Although I'm well aware of this park, I literally YouTubed, I think I YouTubed like top parks in LA. And I'd known of Kenneth, Hanh. I've been here before, but the video just gave me a bit more background on what was here in terms of like the environment and the setting. And I had no idea that there was a gorgeous pond, and that this area looked the way it did. And so, there might be a gorgeous state park or 2 or 3 or more in your state, in your city, and you might not know it. It might even be in your neighborhood and you're not aware. So hopefully this inspires you to, go outside if you're able. If you need help, it's a great opportunity. Or if you need assistance in getting out, it's another great opportunity to, reach out to someone who can help you with that, and maybe you both get some fresh air. This was just really good for my spirit today. I didn't even get to taking notes because I think I was just getting my bearings here since I'd never been here before. But now that I'm more familiar, I definitely want to come a bit earlier in the day. When I was sitting out there on the stream, I wasn't as comfortable yet just like closing my eyes because I had the camera. But I could so, like, even just the few seconds I was able to close my eyes and just hear that water flowing. Me and the water have just always had a connection. Maybe it's because of where I was born. Maybe it's because of where my family's from, Jamaica. I think it's a combination of all those things. But I just listened to the water and the flowing, and I saw how the water was carrying all the leaves and natural debris just downstream, you know? And I just thought of the Bruce Lee quote, be water, you know, to just go with the flow, literally go with the flow. That's a great documentary, Be Water by Bruce Lee. If you haven't seen it, check it out. But I literally just sat there surrounded, my senses surrounded by the water, and just letting it take all of the thoughts just like scrambling through my mind. I just felt them being carried away. The water, literally, like the sound of the water was just like pushing them away. I don't know what that connection is, but I'm sure there's a connection. But I will be back to meditate there just for like 10 minutes. I think that'll be so cool. But yeah, it's getting a bit chilly. So I think I'm gonna head to my car. But I hope you all enjoyed this time at the park as much as I did. Even just running around and doing cartwheels, like seeing these geese doing their thing. Hearing the laughter of the little kids just reminds you of like getting offline. Even though you're watching this online, and there's no shade to that, because I feel like we can be inspired by a lot of the things that we have access to only because of the internet that we most likely would not have had access to in mainstream media. At the same time, it's all about balance, right? And for the past several years, I've been very imbalanced, I think, in terms of my online consumption and my offline experiences. So maybe this channel is about my journey with that. I don't know. We'll figure it out together.